Hi, I am John from Just Whiskey. If you like today's show, please give it the thumbs up, like, and subscribe. Consider becoming a Patreon with the link in the description below. And thanks so much for the Patreons that I do have to help support this channel. Much appreciated. And as a Patreon, you have access to my exclusive Patreon reviews. And remember, folks, it's just whiskey. Today we're going to be talking about and reviewing from the Tobermory Distillery, Ledaig, heavily peated, Sinclair series, Rioja finished. Okay, it's non-age stated, non-chill filtered, no coloring added, 46.3% ABV, and this is the first in a series, in the Sinclair series, but this was released in 2020. So we're going on the fourth year that this is still available. And I don't know if they just keep making batches of it or if they just had an overabundance of it in 2020. I tried to decipher the laser code in the back of this, and I really couldn't figure it out. But there are a lot of 2.2s in there. So I'm just surmising that maybe this batch was from 2022. But anyway, from 2020, this first came out in the series, and it's matured, first matured in ex-bourbon barrels, and then finished in Rioja Spanish wine casks. It's non-age stated. I have no idea how long either was, but it's fairly young, and it's priced around 40 pounds, 44 euros. The reason why I say that, I live in the United States, and to my knowledge, this was not released in the United States. I had to buy it overseas, which I'm going to talk about. I think you're going to find this interesting. Anybody that's interested in buying, if they live in the United States or Canada or other countries, and you want to buy overseas. In the past, I've bought from Scotch whiskey auctions. I've bought from the Whiskey Exchange. Their shipping was very expensive at the time. But the three other ones that I've kind of liked, actually there was one from the Netherlands, okay, which no longer ships to the United States, and they were pretty reasonable way back when. But the three that I'm going to talk about are, I bought this from Fine Drams. And the other ones are The Whiskey World. And The Whiskey World is out of the UK. And they have very reasonable prices and very reasonable shipping. And they pack extremely well and extremely fast shipping. I've gotten an order from them from the UK door to door within a few days. Okay. Then there's, and when I say the word whiskey, it's without the E. Then there's Whiskey Online CY. Okay. They're out of Cyprus. Okay. And they're an excellent company. They actually take pictures of your order before they even pack it just to make sure that what you ordered is what you see is what you're gonna get. And they pack extremely well and very swift shipping as well. However, and I've never had a problem with anybody except Fine Drams. Okay. I ordered 4 bottles, 2 Talisker 15s, okay, which came in these inflatable tubes, okay, and then inside they had packed some styrofoam peanuts inside these tubes. So the 2 Taliskers in the tubes were very well packed. However, I cannot say the same about the 2 Ledaig Sinclair Riojas. I ordered 2 of those. I have one. The other one was shattered in the box. And part of that reason, and it took it took forever getting through customs. It took almost a month for me to get it. The two Taliskers were packed very well in these inflatable doohickeys, okay? But what they did was the bottle was in the box, and they just wrapped the box in bubble wrap, okay? And one of them broke, and I notified them, actually sent them two separate emails, very polite emails, just showing them pictures of what the package looked like when I received it, and I just asked them if, actually I just said, please advise. Okay, I didn't even, and they didn't respond, and I responded a second time with a very polite email as well, and received no response. The other companies, every other company that I've ordered from, they all, anything that's in a square cardboard box, they remove the bottle from the box, they flatten out the carton, okay? They pull out the tabs, so they don't destroy it at all. They flatten it out, and they place that separately in the sides of the box, and then they put the bottle in one of these inflatable things right here. So all the bottles and every other company except for Fine Drams have done that. So to be honest with you, I mean, I looked at it as, you know, it's a $40 loss. I looked at it as it's the cost of doing business. And to be honest with you, I just kind of, to me, it wasn't a big deal. But had this been an expensive bottle, I would have been a lot more concerned. But the fact that they didn't even respond to either of my emails, and I wasn't asking for any kind of refund or money, I just wanted them to advise me if there's anything that they could do or would do, and they didn't respond. So I will not be buying from or doing business with Fine Drams. But however, the Whiskey World out of the UK and Whiskey Online CY out of Cyprus are excellent. All right, on to the review. And before the review, one quick shout out. There's a fairly new guy on YouTube, has a WhiskeyTube channel. He's getting close to 1,000 subscribers, but he's not there yet. I enjoy his channel. I think he has a lot to offer. His channel is called Whisky in SV. Whisky in SV. Okay, so check him out. And he just recently reviewed and compared the Springbank 10 PX and the versus the Springbank 10 Palo Cortado cast strength, well, 55%, both those, and he compared it to a Springbank 15. I thought it was he did a very good job. All right, finally on to the review here for the Ledaig heavily peated wine finished Rioja casks. Non-age stated. We already went through all the specs. Okay, on the nose, you're definitely getting the peat. You're getting red fruits, a little bit of grape, and a little bit of that vegetal note. It's a nice nose. On the palate, texture-wise, it's a bit light. It's a light sweetness that transcends into a dryness, and it's very salty. Okay, the fruit notes are there, but they're subtle. You're picking up the salt, peat, a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of the berries, and there's a heavy oak spice, almost a woodiness. Okay. And that transcends to a dryness. The finish is a decent finish. It's a medium plus finish, bit chalky, salty. That oak wood spice is there. It's if people are sensitive to like that woodiness, okay, this is approaching the threshold for that, in my opinion. Okay, it's not over the top, but it's very noticeable, and it finishes with a dryness on it. Um, I've seen a lot of reviews on this, and most people rave about it. Now the price, it's £40, 44 euros, around $45 US. So the price is not bad. Okay. Um, Most reviews have been glowing about this, so that's why I bought it, and I like it, but I'm not. It wasn't quite what I was expecting. I was really expecting more of those fruits to be prominent. I was expecting a little more syrupiness, a little sweeter maybe. But yeah, it's dry, salty, and everything else I talked about. Um, and I'm going to score it with my new scoring system, and then I'm going to tell you what Dramface scored it at. Okay, but most whiskey tubers really praise this highly. I'm a big Ledaig fan, Ledaig 10, and just Ledaig in general, and I'm a big Tobermory fan. Okay, so I was really looking forward to this, and it didn't quite meet my expectations. It's good, okay, but I don't miss the broken bottle. Okay. So, score wise on this, on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to score it a 6 out of 10. So, it's good. Dramface scored this at a 5, which is average. So, I read the whole review. I can relate to what they're saying. So, between a 5 and a 6 out of 10, okay. Average to good, I would say it's good. Um, I'm not too disappointed for the money. For $45. It was worth it, and but I don't see myself. I'm going to put this away for a while and revisit it, and maybe with a little oxidation, it will improve. But I don't want to go on too much longer. I hope you enjoyed the review. Hats off to you all, and take care. And remember, folks, it's just whiskey.